Well, a very good evening to you, and many thanks for making time to be with us on this 16th day of April 2024. First of all, let's have a look at what's making headlines. Tonight, on the bottom line,
the government has given them an offer. It is up to them to come to the table and we discuss their counter-offer.
Health CS Susan Nakhumicha urges doctors to embrace dialogue and end the life-threatening strike. Former National Museums of Kenya Director General Mzalendo Kibunja charged in a 491 million shillings corruption case. And
we wish we had just one more chance to see your tender smile, to laugh with you again.
Emotions run high as 7 family members who perished in the Salama Road accident are laid to rest. Many thanks for joining us. Welcome to the program. I am Ian Keitani, and our sign language interpreter is Angel Lois. Let's kickstart our bulletin now. And Health CS Susan Nakhumicha has urged doctors to embrace dialogue and end the strike, which entered day 36 today. Speaking in Kajiado County, the CS assured the public that the standoff between the government and doctors will be sorted out in a few days.
I want to assure you and assure the public in Kenya that as a government, we are working around the clock to ensure an amicable and lasting solution is reached. What we do not want to do as a government is to put a bandage on a wound without treating it. That is why we are taking our time. And since morning, I have had 3 meetings, and I want to assure Kenyans that this situation is going to be in control. If not tomorrow, in the next few days, we are going to reach an agreement. Therefore, I want to ask of the doctors that we serve a common patient. Of them that the government has extended an olive branch. The government has given them an offer. It is up to them to come to the table and we discuss their counter offer. We are willing.
Request and to urge our doctors, because the issue of internship is somehow sorted halfway, because most of the interns had understood the concept whereby if we want to take 1,200 interns and pay them 206,000, we'll be able to only manage maybe 400. Therefore, that's why the government is requesting, let's work with enough money that is available. And if we want to take them with the 206,000, it requires 16 billion, which is not available. Mine is to request our doctors, we just beseech them. Our people are dying, people are suffering a lot. And because the interns have understood, because already 1,200 have applied, they just sit with the government, they have a return to work formula. Furthermore, yesterday I told the speaker, just take the initiative, sit with the doctors and draft a return to work formula. That's only what they want, so that we can now relieve our people from the pain.
Now, despite Health CS Susan Nakhumicha extending an olive branch to the doctors, the Council of Governors today, through their chairperson, Kirinyaga Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru, have warned the government against implementing or giving in to the demands of the doctors and implementing the 2017 collective bargaining agreement that is, of course, at the center of their month-long strike. The governors, of course, stating that they're not ready, because if the government will give in to the demand and implement that CBA, then county governments will not be party to that particular agreement. And of course, that statement is likely to, of course, further, make things worse in the health sector here in the country. And I'd just like to quote what the statement by Governor Anne Waiguru, and that is the chairperson of the Council of Governors, says. She says, the Council of Governors appreciates the role of nation approach directive by the court, whose aim is to have a long-lasting solution to the perennial industrial unrest in the health sector. However, this is not tenable, as both the national and county governments are independent and distinct employers. In the event that the national government agrees to the implementation of the collective bargaining agreement, this will have a ripple effect on the civil servants' basic pay and will require additional allocation of resources to all the counties. Just to put that into perspective, the COG argue that if at all that CBA is fully implemented according to the demands of the doctors, then it will mean other staff in different cadres across the county governments will demand higher pay, something that the county governments cannot afford at the moment, unless the National Treasury is ready to, of course, give county governments more funds to be able to cater for the needs of other employees, if at all the need will arise. Now, moving forward, former National Museums Director General Mzalendo Kibunja, alongside 4 other suspects, have been released on a 5 million shillings bond. These suspects denied all the charges leveled against them in the 491 million shillings fraud case. The pre-trial is set for the 2nd of June 2024. Former National Museums of Kenya Director General Mzalendo Kibunja was on Tuesday arraigned at the Milimani Law Courts over alleged embezzlement of public funds amounting to 491 million. Kibunja, alongside 4 other individuals, were arraigned before Senior Principal Magistrate Victor Nakhumicha, where they were charged with conspiracy to commit an offense of corruption, abuse of office, money laundering, acquisition of proceeds of crime, and financial misconduct between July 2016 and June 2022, among other counts. According to court documents, the 5 conspired to embezzle the amount by arranging to fraudulently include on the payroll the names of persons claimed to be employees of the National Museums of Kenya. However, they were released on a bond of 5 million shillings each.
Each accused person may be released on a cash bail of Kenya shillings 5 million or a bond of Kenya shillings 10 million. 1 surety like amount. Number 2, each accused is hereby ordered to deposit his travel documents with the court. Number 3, upon disclosure, none of the accused persons should make any attempt to contact witnesses. Number 4, bond terms for accused number 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, and 8 are hereby consolidated.
The case is now set for pre-trial on the 2nd of June 2024.
The matter shall now be mentioned on 2nd June 2024 before court number 1. May 2024 before court number 1 for pre-trial conference. May.
Elsewhere, former Murang'a County Governor Mwangi wa Iria failed to present himself at the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission today regarding the embezzlement of 140 million shillings during his tenure as county chief. According to his lawyers, led by Siaya Governor James Sorengo, the former county chief will present himself before the commission tomorrow for questioning.
We have agreed with the Anti-Corruption Commission to present Governor Wairia tomorrow at 8 a.m. in the morning to start the process. I think they have made the position clear that that process is going to end up in court. And we have agreed that they will hold their horses until we bring Governor Wairia here tomorrow morning.
We would like to see more courtesy in terms of handling these matters, and would like to see that in future there is no need for harassment or embarrassment or intimidation of leaders when there are matters such as this. Just an invite or summons to a particular place at a given time will do.
Ian Keitani, Lookuptv. Of course, we'll be following up that story for you tomorrow, whether Mwangi Wa Iria, the former Murang'a governor, will be appearing before EACC like this here governor, James Agwirengo, did allude to there, because he says the EACC officers have already decided that they'll be, of course, arraigning the former Murang'a County governor on grounds of embezzlement of around 140 million shillings alongside 8 other people who, by the way, include the wife to the former governor. Now, the Trade Industries and Cooperatives Committee has directed the NCPB Managing Director Joseph Mumo and KEBS Managing Director Esther Ngari to appear before the committee in 7 days after the two were absent with apologies. They had been summoned to shed light on the fake fertilizer distribution to farmers across the country, as Stanley Ligaria now reports.
In his letter, the chief officer in CPB, Joseph Kimote, stated that he was under treatment until April 19, while his colleague of Quality Assurance KEBS, Esther Ngari, stated that her absence was as a result of another official meeting presided by President William RUTO, hence their unavailability for Tuesday's meeting to answer to fake fertilizer distribution to farmers in the country, which has proven to be a thorn in flesh.
To rest, to recuperate. Recommendations of duty from date 20/04/15 to date 20/24/04/19.
Members of the committee led by MP Marian Keitani slammed the letters of apologies, terming them unacceptable, stating that the witnesses should have been represented to answer against the national issue, criticizing them for buying more time as they seek to unravel the fake fertilizer which has left the agricultural sector hanging in between.
Government entities are continuous. There is no vacuum in a government entity. So when the MD of NCPB says he's sick, which he has attached as sick leave, there is someone who is standing in for him, acting as the MD at that particular instance.
The MD, because there are so many departments under him, and by now he would have identified where the rain started beating him and sent the people in those departments to come and face the committee and answer our questions.
The committee ordered the duo to appear before them within 7 days to submit on their distribution, which has disrupted the planting activities of some farmers who are counting losses after the distribution of fertilizer did not meet quality standards, as revealed by Agriculture CS Mithika Linturi while appearing before the Senate Agriculture Committee.
KEBS, actually, I think they should take this case as very serious, because it's them who could have detected this matter, the fake fertilizer issue, before it went into circulation.
It is not NCPB. There are others, and it does not work in vacuum. If he will not be feeling well in the next 1 week, let him send the representatives.
CS Linturi apologized to farmers over the distribution and promised to compensate them even after he denied the existence of fake fertilizer in the country, as he ordered the closure of KEL Chemicals Company for manufacturing and distributing fertilizer that did not meet the quality standards set by KEBS authority.
Yeah? And the issues that make me appear or bring me here today are the issues that were raised on your letter, or in your letter dated 3rd April 2024.
Stanley Lugaria, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
7 family members who died in the Salama accident along the Nairobi-Mombasa highway were today laid to rest in Nakuru. As Martin Mashari now reports, the family is yet to come to terms with the tragic loss, as leaders called on the Ministry of Roads to step up efforts and enhance road safety.
Esther Wanjiro Macharia, my cherished daughter.
In a somber ceremony marked by tears and sorrow, the community of Karirikani and Kuresoi North, Nakuru County bid farewell to 7 beloved family members who perished in the Salama accident along the Nairobi-Mombasa highway. The Victims identified as Francis Macharia, Irene Wangombe, and their 3 children, namely Joyce Werimo of 8 years, Lemmy Macharia of 12 years, and Esther Wanjiru Macharia, were laid to rest amid these heart-wrenching scenes as friends, relatives, and officials gathered to pay their respects.
My cherished daughter was a radiant thread, illuminating our existence with her grace, kindness, and unwavering spirit. From her earliest days, she embodied resilience. Her laughter, a memory that danced through our home, bringing warmth and joy even in the darkest times.
Survivors of the tragic incident including Shadrach Mbao, Daniel Oshuri, Samuel Macharia, and James Karanja stood alongside the bereaved family, their presence a testament to the profound impact of the accident on the community. Water Cabinet Secretary Zach Njeru, Nakuru Governor Susan Kiheka, Kuresoi North MP Alfred Mutai, and several Nakuru MCAs joined the morning, offering condolences and solidarity to those left behind.
Seme mimi pole sana kwa familia. Sana. You know, it's really overwhelming. Unajua sometimes hata mkiwachwa, like I've lost my father. Mkiwachwa na one family member, it's very difficult. Sasa najaribu kuimagine 7, I really cannot. I can't put myself in your shoes.
We wish we had just one more chance to see your tender smile, to laugh with you again, our dear sisters and brothers, just for a little while. Gone too soon, but not forgotten. Forever you will remain.
The tragedy has cast a shadow over the close-knit community, underscoring the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of road accidents. As the sun sets on Karirikania, echoes of grief lingered, reminding all present of the preciousness of every moment and the importance of coming together in times of sorrow. Martin Macharia, Lookuptv.
Like Governor Susan Kihika says, if losing one person is that difficult, what about 7? That story paints a picture of what the ministry, or the task that the Ministry of Transport has in its hands to ensure that road safety and adherence of traffic rules are implemented, fully implemented. But it's not just the role of the Ministry of Transport, but as well it is the role of drivers and passengers, because it is a collective responsibility. In as much as the roads could be so good, some drivers are still what you'd want to call rogue in terms of not obeying, or rather disobeying traffic rules. Some of the cases, by the way, of disobeying traffic rules leading to very, very tragic road accidents and people losing their loved ones. Now on that note, we take a short break. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.
University of Kenya, which was chartered on the 3rd of August 2023, aims to revolutionize higher education by breaking down barriers such as cost, previous exam grades, and geographical location through online open learning at the comfort of your home, job, etc., thus ensuring accessibility to education for all members of the society. In a nutshell, Open University of Kenya leverages technology to deliver education.
Open University has brought a new dawn in the Kenya education system, where learners are able to access education in a flexible, affordable, and all-inclusive.
Intakes ongoing for May and September. For more information, call us on 0202000211 or 0202000212 or email us at info@ouk.ac.ke. Open University of Kenya, an innovative university for inclusive prosperity. Come, let us show you place spot to build your dream home in Baraka Garden, situated just 5.4 kilometers from Blue Post Junction along the Thika Gatura Road. Place finest with secure gated community, Margina Steamer Eco on-site, Usitans na stories za title deeds ziko ready. Plus, flexible payment plans and financing options. Pay 30% and clear the rest in installments. Get in touch, 20 site visit. For more information, contact 0794 333 222 or 0722 668 700 or visit our website www.mahasibuhousing.co.ke. Experience the beauty of Baraka Gardens today.
Thank you very much for staying with us. Moving forward, the government has announced a nationwide enforcement initiative to address the rising cases of livestock theft and enhance food security. Coordinated by the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, the exercise will involve key stakeholders, including the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Ministry of Health and county governments. Speaking at the Kenya School of Government during a high-level multi-agency security workshop, Interior PS Raymond Omolo highlighted the urgent need for action, citing an increase in livestock theft, unregulated trade in animal products and contamination of food, leading to fatalities in the country.
Earlier this year, a directive was issued to enforce existing rules and regulations in the livestock sector. And today we will be beginning that RRI to make sure that there is compliance with those directives. Now, at the county level, the county commissioners are expected to establish the multi-agency teams that are composed of all the players from the National Police Service, including the DCI, the NIS, the National Government Administration officers, the county public health officers, our colleagues within the veterinary services, and to also be able to co-opt other relevant regulatory agencies with specific terms of reference so that then we are able to enforce the same. And among the deliverables, which have largely been highlighted by my PS colleague, is to ensure that livestock facilities undergo inspections and are compliant with applicable rules and regulations. The multi-agency teams are also tasked to identify hotspots for illegal slaughter of all livestock and to arrest the culprits while dismantling all the criminal syndicates involved. History of animals and particularly donkeys with regards to our level of development, not just as a country, but as a continent.
Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has affirmed the government's commitment to ensure the affordable housing program is realized. Speaking during a visit to the Majimbo Affordable Housing Program in Embu County, the DP highlighted the gains registered in the affordable housing program, with thousands acquiring jobs. Shamila Baraza reports.
The affordable housing plan remains a crucial agenda for the Kenya Kwanza government as the construction of houses in different parts of the country takes course. Speaking during an inspection of affordable housing in Majimbo, Embu County, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua noted that since the start of the project, they have recorded great success.
Tulikuwa hapa and the progress I have seen, naona ni kazi nzuri. Tunataka tuseme contractor asante sana. Pia tumefurahi kupata watu wengi sana wamepata ajira hapa. Hii program ya affordable housing, na rais alieleza lengo lake ni mara mbili. One, watu wapate nyumba nzuri za kukaa. Lakini sana sana sikijengwa vijana wetu na wamama wapate ajira.
The DP also challenged the youth who are already constructed at the site to ensure they acquire certificates for their informally acquired skills, adding that the government has initiated the recognition of prior learning framework to help them in certifying their knowledge.
Iko program tumeanzisha juzi inaitwa recognition of prior learning. Muko na ujuzi lakini wengine hamuna karatasi, si ndio? Lakini mkiwekwa hata na watu ya diploma ya degree muko mbele, si ndio? Kwa sababu mmejifundisha
Rigathi emphasized that the project is playing a big role in the fight against illicit brews and substance abuse, as many youths are fully engaged in the program, indicating that youths were taking alcohol because they didn't have work to engage in, adding that the fight against illicit brews will not stop until they have fully dealt with the menace.
This program of affordable housing itatusaidia sana kwa mambo ya drug and substance abuse, so that our young people are busy and they have gainful employment. Na kwa hivyo hii program tutaendelea naye.
Shamila Baraza, Lookuptv.
President William RUTO and South Korea Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs Hoon Yoon Kim have agreed to align their positions to uphold international law, fostering global peace and stability. Speaking at State House Nairobi, the leaders noted that Kenya is committed to strengthening its bilateral ties with South Korea to enhance trade and economic prospects.
And last words, thanks to your leadership of the event was successful. So I believe she will be a good ambassador and meeting. I think this will provide a good opportunity.
Samburu County government has distributed 950 camels to residents in efforts to combat acute drought in the area. Speaking during the distribution exercise, Samburu Governor Lati Lelelit noted that the government is committed to ensure sustainability of their livelihoods and food security.
In an ongoing project to cushion herders in Samburu who have lost their cattle and goats to prolonged drought, Samburu Governor Lati Lelelit has distributed another 950 camels that can produce more yields of milk to the pastoral communities.
Ngamia tunapeana kwa sababu ya maneno ya climate change. Vile climate change imeingia dunia na inasumbua, mpaka mvua ile ilikuwa inapatikana, siku hizi hatujui inapatikana lini, inakosekana lini. Ndio unaona tunapeana ngamia, kwa sababu ngamia ni mnyama ambaye inaweza kaa hata wakati hakuna mvua, ndio watoto waweze kupata maziwa, wamama waweze kupata maziwa, watu wazee waweze kupata maziwa, kwa sababu wazee na watoto na wamama hawezani kuandamana na ng'ombe wakati ng'ombe inaenda malishoni mahali mbalimbali. Na ndio unaona hii kazi tutaendelea. Tumepeana ngamia 950 mwaka huu.
The residents have lauded the county governor for the camels after climate change adversely affected the livelihood, adding that they have been empowered economically.
Kwa sababu ya county government, gavana wangu Lelelit kwa kutupatia ngamia, kwa sababu ya climate change, tunashukuru kwa sababu ya gavana, kwa sababu ama county government, kwa sababu ameona hii climate change imelete shida. Kuna mali kama ng'ombe haiwezani na hii ukame, na akaona fadhali atuletee ngamia, and that's why sasa tumekuwa na hii ngamia tumeletewa, na tumepata hata ngamia mingi leo. Hatujaipata ngamia kiasi.
Last year hakuna siku ndoto wao wameaifaidika kupata ngamia mingi kuliko trip hii. So nashukuru sana, waendelee kufanya kazi, wasaidie wananchi, pia Mungu atawasaidia, waendelee kuleta maendeleo zaidi.
Ibikadenyi for the bottom line.
Now, Kitengela residents have raised concerns over raw sewer water which flows directly to the roads, exposing them to serious health risks. They are now blaming authorities for allowing building owners to construct buildings with poor drainage systems. These and more stories in our county rep with Majid Hussein.
A spot check outside various apartments within the populous Kitengela town paints a picture of disturbing menace that exposes tenants to health hazard. Choking stench emanating from the sewer lines, residents accusing public health officials and the police for being reluctant in taking actions against rogue landlords.
Definitely we are foreseeing a situation whereby cholera and many other diseases will be rampant around because of what is happening. People releasing sewer freely, even on daytime, without fear. They are just pumping their raw sewage to the road.
In other news, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has said that there is urgent need to speed up action to end conflict in Sudan, which has gone on for too long. Speaking in Paris, France, during the ministerial meeting for advancing the Sudan peace initiatives, Mudavadi termed the violence as a stumbling block for opportunities for Sudanese people, particularly for children.
This visit was a session convened by the government of France, Germany, and the European Union, primarily to get the world to focus on the tragedy that continues to evolve in Sudan.
Finally, Bungoma County Minister of Education David Mamalili has dismissed the claims of the former county governor Wycliffe Wangamati that the current government of Governor Lusaka removed the students who were on the Bungoma scholarship, despite him leaving the Department of Education with 500 million shillings. The minister has rubbished it as baseless politics.
Baadhi ya hela ambayo nasema kwamba tulikuwa na hela milioni 524 na hatukuzipeleka shuleni. Ningependa kusema kwamba si sahihi.
Majid Hussein, Lookuptv.
Well, that particular story wraps up our bulletin at this particular moment in time. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Do have yourself a wonderful night.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to info@lookuptv.co.ke.